How's it going, Photoshop students? You're looking good today. We're going to learn how to use the Quick Select tool. So here we go. You should have files from our Shoot in the Black box on your desktop. So go to Launch Photoshop, of course, and go to File, Open. And here's from the second group, period 6 period, hands 2. I'm going to try this one, so I'll just double click. There it is. When you open up a photo, the first thing I want you to do is go to your layers. And if you don't see layers on here, if this is looking weird, you can go up here to Workspace, just go to Essentials. That'll bring up this layers window, and you'll see this background. You right click, duplicate layer, hit OK. And now I've got a double, and I'm going to turn this one off, and you'll see why a little later. Next, I want to crop this image so that I just see hands. Alright, so I'm going to move this in like so, like this, and that's looking pretty good. I think I like it like that. Once I get the crop I want, I hit the return key and it crops. I'm going to go off of the crop tool, so I go to the move tool and it removes that stuff that you see when you're cropping. Now let's go to View, go to Fit on Screen, and that's also Command 0. That makes it nice and big, easy to see. Okay, next. This is the Quick Select tool. Sometimes it's hiding behind the Magic Wand tool. Quick Select tool is the one we want to try. And the Quick Select tool uses brush sizes. So if I hit the bracket keys, I can make it larger, smaller, or I can simply come up here and change the size like this. Now, I want you to quick select with the Quick Select tool the background that isn't part of the hands. And look at that. It selected all this area, and the only thing I see that I don't want it to get rid of is this part of the hand right here. So I'm going to go to the zoom tool and zoom in a bit. And the way I can get it to get rid of that is I go back to the Quick Select tool, and up here I can change it from adding to the selection to taking away from the selection. And that's what I want to do. So I'm going to make my brush smaller and carefully put that in just like that. And now I've got the selection I want. I'm going to go back to View, Fit on Screen. I can see this. And now I'm going to hit the Delete key. And away that goes. And now you can see the only reason it went away is because this background layer is off. If it was on, it wouldn't look like anything would happen. That's why we keep it off. So now I can right click on this, deselect, or choose Command D, and I'm going to go back to the main tool here and try the next part. Click, drag, in you go. That looks perfect. Hit delete, and I'm making sure I'm on this layer. Not this layer, but this layer. Right click, deselect, on to the next one. Now sometimes you might have a part of your photo that's really dark, and Quick Select has trouble with that sometimes because it thinks that this background here is the same as this. So we can switch tools. I'm going to switch to the Polygon Lasso tool. And the Polygon Lasso tool also has settings like a new selection, add to selection, subtract from selection. That's what we want. So I'm going to subtract this part of the arm. So I use the pointer and I start right here. And I click, 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 click. And then once I've got that critical part, The rest of this doesn't really matter. I can be kind of sloppy out here because I can remove all this from the selection because it's not even selected. And when I get to the end, it turns to that 0 that shows it'll complete it. I click and away it goes. And maybe I'll get rid of this little part here. And now I'm ready to delete. I'm going to go back to fit on screen so I can see the big picture. Make sure I'm on the right layer. Delete and right click, deselect, and I'm ready to go on to the next one. I'll probably go back to the quick select tool. So right now is a good time to save. So I'm going to go to File, Save As. I'm going to give it some good name like Hands Project 1. And keep it PSD Photoshop. That lets us edit. Again, I'll click Save. But for now, that's it, folks.